Good evening, Winthrop, and welcome to the Town Council meeting of June 22nd, 2021. It's 7 p.m., and we are having a live meeting with all councilors in the Harvey Room. The meeting is also being shown on WCAT and taped to be re-shown, and we are on Zoom for public comment. The number for the Zoom for public comment is 1-312-626-6799 with an ID number of 827-023-698-53#. As I said, we are live in the Harvey Room, and we opened the Town Council meeting officially at 6:15 and have been in executive session since 6:15. We are now back in open session, and I will ask Denise to take another roll call for the opening session.
Councilor Gero.
Here.
Councilor Flockhart. Here. Councilor DeMarco.
Here.
Councilor Lettieri.
Here.
Councilor Honan.
Here.
Councilor Conti.
Present.
Councilor Farino.
Here.
Vice President Christopher.
Here.
President Boncory.
Here. Having a quorum, I'll have the open meeting called to order, and we will start with the motion to approve the minutes of the June 15th, 2021 meeting,
So
which
moved.
was the main purpose of this meeting, so that we could start the budget right on time.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilor Terry, seconded by
Second.
Councilor Farino. Are there any additions to the meetings? Are there any amendments to the minutes? Here,
I had made
questions?
I had requested some amendments, and Denise said that she had made.
Okay, all right. So you've checked that all those amendments that you asked for have been made?
I haven't seen update, but I will take Denise's word that she made the amendments. Trust Denise.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as amended.
Motion.
Motion's been made. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, minutes are accepted. We're now taking public comment. Are there any people on the Zoom for public comment? I can't see it.
Yeah, Denise, you're up on the screen.
Public comment.
I see at least two hands.
I don't see any hands.
Oh, there were two hands just a minute ago.
Yeah, but one was Steve Callis.
I don't think so.
Those were Michael.
All right, there's only going to be one public comment. So if anybody would like to speak on public comment, because this is a special meeting, please call in at 1-312-626-6799 with an ID number of 827-023-698-53#. And give it a minute. If I don't see anyone, we will move on to new business. No one? All right. Moving on. The new business, we have a emergency public safety motion. It was made by Councilor DeMarco. Councilor DeMarco, you want to read your motion?
So this motion is an emergency motion, and correct me if I'm wrong. We have to vote for it to be an emergency motion before we can vote for it on the motion itself. So it's been brought to our attention that there was a public safety issue at Halford Beach where the railings had not been installed. I reached out to Steve Calla to find out the price, and Steve, correct me if I'm wrong on anything here, and the price of it is $5,000. I then asked him if it was a hazard, and he said it absolutely was a hazard. And with the beach, obviously the summer coming up, we need to get this done. So I made a motion for the town council to transfer $5,000 for the installation of railings at Halford Beach. And that's the motion.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to accept this motion as an emergency motion.
Motion to accept.
And seconded, all those in favor of accepting it as an emergency motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstains? Hearing none, now we'll take the motion. The motion is to transfer $5,000 from the council reserve to fund the fabrication and reinstallation of aluminum railings at Halford Beach. The reason for the emergency motion has been confirmed by multiple department heads. It's an immediate hazard and a top priority. All right, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Point of
Any,
information?
any discussion? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm
Just,
sorry, discussion.
No, just question if for the town manager to Director Caller, if you can hear us. But I remember we had worked on this issue a while back, and that some higher cost renovations would be necessary. Just so we can hear that for the rest of the council, what will this $5,000 accomplish? Is this a Band-Aid fix to a larger problem, or?
Director Calla cannot hear you on the Zoom. I have him on conference call. Steve, thank you for picking up your phone. I understand you can't hear us on Zoom. So the question is, the $5,000 repair to Halford Beach railings, is this a Band-Aid fix, or is this a inclusive fix that will last for many years to come?
No, this would be the actual fix. The fabrication of the set of aluminum railings, the installation on the cement department that is already there.
Okay.
So, does that mean that these railings are not the same as the railings that have come down before?
Steve, are they the same quality railings that were there prior?
That's correct. Yeah, they were during a winter storm. There's still a lower set is still intact. This would be to replace the ones that were lost.
Okay, is it, since they were lost in the storm, is there any better quality railings that we may be able to place there to last during a storm?
It's not the quality of the railings. The fasteners, I mean, fasteners let go. Certainly try some sort of epoxy addition to the wedge anchors. And the bottom ones, there's caused, to pull away, but they were.
Just, I remember we talked in the past about maybe putting something removable there that we could take away during the winter months. Is this it, Steve, or is this a permanent fixture?
No, these are all with wedge anchors. They can certainly be backed off. Nuts can be backed off in the winter time and brought in. But we never did prior to, but it's certainly something that can be done so long as the hardware isn't rusted on or it doesn't come out. I would certainly suggest attempting to remove them with the months.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve. I'm gonna put you on mute.
Is there any other discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to transfer the $5,000 from the council reserve to fund the aluminum railings signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, we'll go forward. It's very concerning to me that Steve can't hear us on Zoom.
Yes, so
And if
we
he
installed
can't-
microphones today to try to
Okay.
get this to be louder next to the camera. Steve, can you hear me through the Zoom now? I hold it up.
I guess not.
No.
All right, so if they can't hear us on Zoom and I ask for public comment, maybe they can't hear it. I see there's a hand up now. I think it's Karen Chavez. I can't see that far, but I think it's Karen. Can you open her and you can tell us if she could hear us or if you can't?
Maybe they can write their comments into Denise.
I'd accidentally be a
Can we
B
try
at
to
the
answer
end of
this?
Denise, can you unmute Karen and see if
Can
she
you
can
unmute
speak?
Karen? Karen, can you hear us? Can you type her a message that she's on? Is there any way we're gonna be able to straighten this out?
Yes, it's just gonna take some time. It's so, the actual system we had initially placed and purchased here is not big enough for the room, so we're working with the manufacturer as to why they sent us the wrong product. So that is an all-inclusive camera and microphone system. The problem is the camera is the microphone, but it's sitting way over there and people can't pick up our voices. So we tried to do a temporary fix for this one meeting by placing the Bose speaker closer to the actual camera to try to pick up the voices and place flat microphones on the desk.
Alright. And you said she can't come on?
She cannot come on. I'm gonna ask her if she had a question or she just wanted.
How about Wendy Millar? I see her name is up there, Wendy Page.
Just as we're waiting, Mr. President, I've talked to the Zero Waste Chairperson, Wendy Millar, before this meeting. She thought it was very important for us to address and bring up. People have much anxiety over the trash, and they think they're getting a bill in July. It's certainly not the rollout of the plan that they're going to get a bill in July. People's trash will continue to be picked up as normal. We'd like them to fit as much trash in that one trash bin, but also we're going to pick up trash that's in the second bin. So until we have this policy and old rules and ordinances weighed in on a new ordinance for trash, but again, we do want to get that 160 assessment out, and I would suggest it has to go out in October, for an October billing. So, but we will send information out as this process moves along, so people are informed in advance of receiving a bill. But I want everyone to know that no bills are going to sneak up upon them. We're not just going to stop picking up their trash. And businesses as usual with trash right now, and then we'll work through all the ordinance issues and clean it up and advertise and make the public aware of it.
Okay. Nobody could hear us then. Did you try to text Wendy to see if she wanted to come on?
I did, she took her hand down.
Okay. All right, moving on.
Karen's question was if we could talk about the status of town manager and CFO position.
The town manager is on his federal and state leave.
Correct.
That's about all we should say.
And the CFO?
In the CFO's position, again, I would be hesitant to hire a CFO without hiring a town manager first. They have to work very close together, and that should be the new town manager's pick.
And we do have a very qualified interim CFO
We
for
do,
a period
yes.
of time.
He'll help us all the way through the recap sheet, end of September, and all the other issues will be addressed between Robbie and the interim CFO, as many 30-something years experience doing CFO work.
Okay. Moving on, I'm passing the gavel to the Vice President because I have some motions to be made as far as appointments, and these are reappointments to non-policy making committee members for a term to expire June 30th, 2024, and that is the Beautification Committee, Kimberly Casey, the Citizens Advisory Committee on Finance, Brent Farrell, the Disability Commission, Linda McGeorge, Kathleen Kane, and Jonathan Rondas, the Scholarship Committee, Mary Lou Osborne, the Conservation Committee, Brian Corbett, the Diversity Commission on Diversity and Inclusion and Community Relations, John Morgan and Anthony Williams, the Council on Aging, Nancy McHugh, Teresa Cronin, Heather Martin, Mary Vitale, Barry Yaffe, Scott Howard, Alan Shore, Elizabeth Gahan. On the Tree Committee, Marie Wynn is a reappointment. And on the Winthrop Cultural Commission, I have, there are 3 reappointments. 2 are Guy Hillman and Marianne Salza. And The third reappointment, I think,
The third reappointment is of Goldie Boncory to the Winthrop Cultural Council, which I will make.
okay, that's made by Councilor Lettieri. Okay. All those in favor of those motions, please signify by saying aye when your name is called.
Councilor Ruggiero?
Yes.
Councilor Flockhart?
Yes.
Councilor DeMarco?
Yes.
Councilor Terry?
Yes.
Councilor Honan?
Yes.
Councilor Conti?
Yes.
Councilor Farino?
Yes.
Vice President Christopher?
Yes.
President Boncory?
Yes. Okay, the next motions that I am going to make is to accept new appointments by the council president to appoint the following members for a term to expire June 30th, 2024. And these are policy-making commissions. The first one is the Conservation Commission. I am appointing Anna Louise Larry. Anna is a consultant to CFEG. She works with local governments for sustainability, and she has a master's in environmental sciences. And I think she would be perfect for the Conservation Committee. The second one is an appointment to the Planning Board, and I am appointing Alyssa Gamble to the Planning Board. Alyssa works for Smart X Architecture. She has been an architect in Cambridge since 2015. She's got a Bachelor in Science and a Master's of Architecture, so I think she'd be perfect for the Planning Board. And I have got her on, I think I'm also going to put her on the RFP committee, where she has done a lot of work in putting out RFPs in the past in other communities. The next person I am appointing, and everybody's resumes are here, is to the Board of License. I am appointing Sam Gonzalez. Sam works for Ernst & Young, and he is the Director of Innovation for Ernst & Young. He has a Bachelor of Science in International Business, which he received cum laude from Nichols University. So that's who I'm appointing to the Licensing Board. And finally, to the Board of Appeals, I'm appointing John Young. John is a realtor and an accountant. He's a partner in Ledge Young Realty, and he's been in Winthrop for about 30 years, and he's interested in being on the Board of Appeals. So those are my appointments. All those, a few.
Is there any discussions about the names that have been put into nomination by the council president? Okay, seeing none, I will ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilor Ruggiero?
Abstain.
Councilor Flockhart?
Yes.
Councilor DeMarco?
Yes.
Councilor Terry?
Yes.
Councilor Honan? Councilor Conti?
No.
Councilor Farino?
Yes.
Vice President Christopher?
I abstain.
Council President Boncory?
Yes. Over 5.
All right, I will cede the gavel.
Say motion.
Motion carries.
Okay. Thank you for accepting all the appointments, and I think that's all the
Motion to
business
adjourn?
I have. Is there any other business to come before the council? Only business I would like to see is us to correct this Zoom meeting, or let's have a motion that people have to come in here to participate in public comment. If we can't get this corrected by the next meeting, put the word out to people that want to be on public comment are going to have to come in place, even though we've attempted to get the Zoom. There should be someone that can work this out. So let's work on that,
We
please.
got 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, we got 2 weeks to do that. All right.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to
Since I am
adjourn.
away next week, Steve Calla will be the acting town manager in my absence. I'll be leaving the state for 3 days. I will be available by phone.
Okay, so Steve will be in charge.
Yes.
That makes Steve the
Works,
acting
Steve.
Yes.
town manager.
All right, motion to adjourn has been seconded. Any discussion on it? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? We are adjourned.